Hello everybody and welcome back to Shut Up and Cook with Chef John. Today we're going to be making my favorite soup in the whole wide world, New England Clam Chowder. So if you're ready to make this clam chowder, you ready? I'm ready. Let's begin. Alright, we'll begin by cutting our vegetables. Starting off with a little bit of onion. We're going to dice them up. We're making about a half a gallon, so one medium onion should be fine, or will be fine. Just put it in the bowl there. I knew a chef, used to work with a chef that didn't like using celery. Go figure. So everyone's kind of different when it comes to clam chowder. But this will be delicious. And again, you don't have to go as fast as this. Take your time, enjoy it. It's about having fun. And that's what I like about this soup. You know, it's not really a throw together soup or anything. Throw together is canned soup. But this soup is all about the love. The love you put into it. Because we love soup. Our favorite New England clam chowder.
Is that the red or the white?
That would be the white, I think. I can never remember that. It's the white. Trust us. That was my favorite movie when that first came out. The Jim Carrey. His first one, right? First or second one? Pet Detective. Classic. Okay, here we go. And we are ready to saute. Okay, here we go. I have our pot on about medium low, and I have our saute pan. Some people like to saute everything at once, and I do it kind of separately. I'm going to tell you why. First, I'm going to get our vegetables going here. A little olive oil. Yeah, the olive oil. And start out with a tablespoon of garlic. Get that in there. Nice. Get that going. I'm going to throw our butter in here. This is a half cube of butter, about half a cup. Put that down in there. And I'm going to use about a cup of flour because we're going to make it thick. Now, I'm going to add some bacon grease to this also from our peppered bacon. It's right, that's right. So this is going to help make the roux for it too. So it's like about 1.5 cups of your, a half a cup of butter and about a third of bacon grease. So we'll get going there as soon as the butter melts, and we'll get that roux going. Now I do this separately so the roux can do its own thing. You know, as I've explained before, we're not going to brown it. It's a white cream sauce, so we're going to lightly cook it until it cooks the flour out. And the reason I like to do that is because I've done it adding everything at once before, but it kind of interferes with the chemistry of the flour and the butter, making that roux. I never get the consistency that I wanted in the soup, so I do it this way so the roux comes out perfect. You're sauteing your vegetables just like you want to, and everything just comes out great. So we are going to add our onions, celery, carrots, right to chill, and we'll get this going. Yeah. Yes. This adds a lot of flavor. A lot of flavor. And then also that way I could extract the juices from the onions and everything. That it works out better when you add it into the soup. Okay, there we go. Time. And we are gonna let this cook until it's ready, till it just gets the flour cooked out of it. Okay, the roux is ready just where we want it, and the veggies are looking good. I'm gonna add about a quarter cup of wine to these veggies. Finish up there. And we're gonna add it to our soup. Ah, it smells so good. All right, in you go. All right, now, okay, down a little bit. Now I have over here some clam juice, and I have about 2.5 cups of clams going on here, but I drained them. I drained the clams. We don't add the clams in until the very end. Okay, so we're gonna add the juice. Beautiful clam juice, look at that. Oh, it's making me hungry already. Beautiful. Fresh clams here. Okay, so that's going. We are gonna add our milk and cream. Let's see. I have the heavy whipping cream. You can find at any supermarket. We're gonna add that in. And also we're gonna add our milk, vitamin D milk. So that gives it a nice even cream texture there at the end. Stirring, and you notice I switched to the wooden spoon here, or spatula if you have one, to kind of get the bottom. So that way I get all the roux mixed up and mixed in. Get a couple turns here. We're on about medium high. And then after I'm done here, I add, and this is optional if you want, about 1 good teaspoon of chicken stock, the powdered chicken stock. That adds a nice good flavor to any soup. All right, so we got our vegetables in there. Let's go and heat up. It's gonna be so good. Okay, so we're gonna let this go for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna add our herbs. All right, now it is time for our other star of the recipe, the peppered bacon. And that's about 3/4 of a cup of bacon there, adding more flavor. And we're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of thyme and a good tablespoon of tarragon. That makes a lot of difference in your clam chowder. And we're going to put about a teaspoon of parsley. Now, Tabasco, whether you do it or not, goes in here too, but it's literally just a few dashes. It's not to make it, it's not the heat wise, it does add extra flavor to it. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. It. That is it. And you'll stir it around, and we're gonna let this go about 15, 20, or till it gets thicker. You'll see that how it ends up, the thickness you want it. And then we're gonna add our clams and our potatoes, and we'll be ready to serve. Okay, now you can see it's getting a nice simmer there. It's bubbling up. It's gotten real thick. Look at that, just where we want it. That is beautiful. You can see the bubbles coming up there. And you always remember to keep stirring the bottom there. Don't wait too long because you know it will settle and scorch on you. So now at this point, we are going to add the rest of our potatoes. But now that it's bubbling, we can actually turn off the heat and add our potatoes. Oh, baby. And add our clams. Everything's turned off. And then what you want to do is, it's turned off, you want to stir it up, and then you want to let it rest. Just like if you were doing a steak or something, you know, you let your soup rest, and so it incorporates all the clams. Look at that. Look just how nice and perfect the soup came out, the thickness of it, the consistency of it. Anyway, what was I saying? So anyway, you wanted to set for 10 minutes and incorporate it, stir it up. But with the heat off, it's already done its thing. So we're gonna let it actually sit here for probably another 10 minutes, and then we're gonna serve. Alrighty, we are ready. Just cutting a little garnish here. Are you ready for this? I know I am. Oh, baby. Look at this. And we're gonna, oops, hold on. I love how this turned out. Look at that. It is just how I like it. That is the consistency I like my soup at. Look at that. Oh, baby. Okay. We'll set her down there. Let me grab a towel real quick. We want to make it all nice and clean and pretty. And we are gonna throw a lemon there. Just for a little garnish. We're gonna add some paprika. If I can get it out here, there you go. Just to get it going. A little bit of parsley around the edges to make it nice, as if you were in your own restaurant. There we go. And that will about do it. A nice clam chowder, homemade, for you, for me, for Mike.
Yay!
Are you ready?
I love clam chowder.
Well, let's give this a try. Give this a taste, buddy. He had to climb over a lot of obstacles to get over here. Just to be here for you today. You don't know what he goes through.
It's like the Olympics.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Oh my gosh. One of my favorites is clam chowder, like ever, you know, ever. Love it. So,
You know I keep throwing my arms up until I taste something, but believe me, I do want an audience here so they can taste it too.
it is delicious.
Oh yeah.
It's super good. I mean, and you know what? Like, I've never put the tarragon in there. Like, I never. That was one of the things. Like that's new to me.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And that really, you can taste it in there. Like, it really adds just like another level of flavor going on there. Like, it's just really nice, and the bacon. I mean, like, bacon makes everything better. You just can't go wrong with bacon. So, I mean, that's just super nice. It's really good. The potatoes are perfect. They're not too mushy or anything like that. They have, when you bite into them, they have give, but they just don't mush in your mouth. You know, like, it's really nice. It's really good.
That's why I like adding them in at the end.
Yeah.
And the way, you know, I did the vegetables, because it gave a chance for the roux to do its work.
Exactly.
That's where when you have the vegetables sweating into the roux, it doesn't really, I mean, it works. If you like a lighter, looser clam chowder.
Exactly.
It's all good. There's no wrong way to do it is what I'm getting at. But for a thicker thing, this is just the way, personally, I like it. And as you can see, the thickness of this is just perfect. That's the way I love my clam chowder.
That's it. I'm going to have to go in for another one. And sometimes we'd like to go a little bit old school. Just a little bit old school. What? Oyster crackers. Let's just sprinkle a few bad boys on there so I can take a nice big because yeah.
One more thing I'll say about this is, if you noticed, I didn't add any salt.
No.
All I added was that teaspoon of chicken base.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can always add more salt, I keep saying, as you need it. But with everything, with the tarragon and the other herbs, some of them are just naturally salty, and you know, you don't want to take away from the whole body of the recipe. So sometimes I just wait and see how it turns out. You know, let's add more salt. Anyway, with that being said, there you go, clam chowder. Here goes another episode.
Lovely.
And from all of us at Shut Up and Cook with Chef John, want to wish you a happy holidays.
Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody, and sticking with us through all these.
You bet. Have fun, keep cooking. Oh, baby.